Hey guys, welcome back to the ConfermentRM YouTube channel. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Getting ourselves back into another 2-minute technicals video looking at Bitcoin. And as we can see, if we decide to move in a little bit, come across here, guys, do something like that, and you can see our breakout target. We have reached it. It was around 29,365. Got a little reach over here to around 29,405. No, within about $30. But at this moment, kind of coming back down, retesting that 3618, obviously on the inverse. If we were to just cycle that around, you could see the push upwards, the retracement down, and now flying back up. As you can see, you get that break up, the break down, the retest, and now waiting for the retracement, which obviously, guys, if we go back to regular scale, that's just going to end up going back up there to around $30,000. Come here to the RSI, you can see right at the moment, come up there, hitting the 382, come back down to the 236 for support. Come here to the 4 hour, get better idea. You can see long-term RSI smacking that short-term RSI. But I wonder if we do something a little bit different. We haven't seen our moving averages lately, so let's grab our moving averages and see how those are responding. Now bringing up our trend lines, you can see that our 20-day EMA is all the way up here around 30K. It was what, $29,850, 860. You can see we smack dab hit our 50-day EMA right there around that $29,380 right there. But if we go here to 1 hour, we can see it's going on. Meandering going through. Let's see if we actually go to the 4 hour. I mean, we're pretty overextended from the 4 hours, so I feel like it's going to be making some headway trying to get itself back up there. We've been overextended for only the past 2 days. Nothing too crazy. But if we're going to want to get some movement back in, you can see you'd want to start making some headway now. But we're just got to see how 29,161 holds. Obviously, if we start to see some push downwards, we're going to have to look and go from there of what we're going to expect for a downtrend. If we were to do that, we'd do something more like this. You would see beginning of the trend here, you'd have a rough estimate target of around there to 28,837. We were kind of talking about that before, guys, solidifying that someone like sort of double bottom within 2-3 days. Then we can see some sort of movement happening with it. But if we're going to see it constantly smack its head against this 20-day EMA here on the 4 hour, then we're going to be expecting that double tap around that 28,800. But just to give you guys some clarity, some notions to go off of. But if we're going to be even more precise now, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to grab this, and we're going to do a high to a low. So it'll actually be this high right here to a low down here. Maybe not even that. Maybe it's not even going to be that one. Maybe I think perhaps it's this one. Because if we go from here to here, I think this is going to be too drastic, like right here. Right, guys? I think so. I don't think it's going to be accurate enough. Perhaps we use the double bottom right here, 1, 2 right here. You can use that top, or we can use this top right here before the fall. This top before the fall. I mean, that looks like it makes more sense to me around that because we're condensing into here. So if we were to go more based off of this one, I mean, I don't know. I don't think that that's correct. You could make some sort of channel too, I guess. But nah, I don't think so either. I would just use this. I would just use the ascending one on the bottom and just use this one on the top. Just use the, what would you call it? This 236, if anything, go sideways. Or I would use, actually, I would just use that. I would just use right angle. Because the move at this point is going to be moving up here to this region of like trying to contest this 20-day moving average, up until a certain date, which looks like it could be by the end of the week, just moving, and then doing that. But you could also have short-term price action in here, which I guess that was like right here. what you could see is just retesting back down there, exactly down there to 29,000, a little bit under. Or on long term here, you would see a push upwards, getting rejected further up here around that 29,500, and it's getting pushed right back down. So those are the two kind of notions that could come in, the two kind of like wavelengths. Because what could happen is you could have this W kind of come in here, this pushback up that winds up happening, say like tomorrow and Thursday, and then into Friday it pushes down, and then in Saturday and the Sunday starts to push back up like this into next Monday. That could be a scenario. Obviously, it's not going to be as pretty, but that's just a thought process I have, because we're not terribly low. I mean, we did smack down here around, like I said, at 28 yesterday, but we've done much worse in the past of retraces. So it's either we're gonna have a good scenario and that plays out, or we're gonna go for that lower target around there, around that 28,601 and 28,800. But all right, guys, I hope you're having a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. I appreciate every single one of you. Just my thoughts, just what I'm thinking in my head. Hope you guys are having a good afternoon, evening, or morning, not in that order. Remember, none of it's financial advice. Like I said, just my opinion. And I'll see you guys on the next one.